YouTube, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Coolin' with Jay, guys. Thank you for all the continued support. Thank you for the feedback y'all have given me so far on the bike, on the moto vlogging, the gaming stuff, the drone stuff, guys. That's greatly appreciated. If you haven't, please remember to follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. For Instagram and for Twitter, it's Coolin' with Jay, and then for Snapchat, it's TRJ206. So, guys. Obviously, I'm back in my garage again. Unfortunately, obviously I want to be on my bike. My bike is not currently here. So for those of you who don't follow me on social media, y'all come in out of the loop, but my bike is currently gone, okay? It's back at Ducati. Unfortunately, there were some recalls on the bike, and then mine in particular has had some issues as well. So to give you the short story of why I'm not on my bike or why there isn't any videos of me vlogging is because basically when I got my bike back, I was working fine, was riding it. I went on a test ride. So basically I rode my bike to Ducati the Friday I got my bike for them to install on the black front fender, the matte carbon heel guards, and to check on the ECU because my engine light was on. So my check engine light was on, so they checked that too. They reset the ECU, everything was fine. So to be very transparent, I did ride and I did have my GoPro on me and I did record some. That was my very first time on the bike with the GoPro and trying to talk and look at traffic and all that. I was first time doing it. I didn't talk very much, so that's why that video kind of got scruffed. I kind of tossed it to the side. I still have the content. I still have the video of me on the bike. I'm probably gonna loop in some audio with me talking, but I did want to do a quick update for y'all for the channel and kind of, get y'all up to speed on where I'm at this current time. So basically they have the bike. So after I dropped it off, after I went to Ducati, my plan was to the very next day to wake up and shoot a vlog. That was my honest to God, thought process. So I rode the bike back home. Everything was fine. I rode it to the gym. I came home. I had work the next morning. Got up, went to work. My plan was that afternoon was to get on the bike and ride. So I came home and the bike wouldn't start. And so since it was past the dealer closing, I didn't have time to call them because obviously they were closed to figure out what the deal was or why it wouldn't start. So a day went by. I had to work the next day. So the next day I was off. Sorry. So the day after that I was off. I called Ducati. I talked with them. Moto Corsa. I called them and basically they had me reset the ECU with the key. How you turn it on. Let it go through its cycle 4 times. Turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, turn it off 4 times, and then let it sit for 5 minutes. You should hear a click. It should reset and you should be good to go. So in that previous time when I got on the bike, when it wouldn't start, so it wouldn't turn over and the engine light was back on, but everything was fine, right? So I was like, okay, great. I'm going to go for a ride then just to make sure everything's copacetic. So I rode it to the gym, came back. It's like, okay, the next morning I'm off. I'm gonna hop on my bike, vlog. So as you can probably assume, I get up next morning, the bike wouldn't turn over again. So I was like, well, all right. So I had to work again. Long story short, obviously. Then now we're gonna fast forward into this week. So this has pretty much been a week, this whole process. So I got the bike back last Thursday. Between last Thursday and this Thursday, this is basically what's happened. So I think it was Wednesday. My plan was to go get a haircut and then vlog on the way there and back and make a great, first entry, first ride kind of video. Even though I've been on the bike, obviously, I haven't been able to record it. So yeah, that's pretty much what's been going on. So basically, when it does work, I only ride it to the gym because I don't want to get lost somewhere and be stranded because it kind of works when it wants to work. That's basically what's been happening is when I ride like to the gym or something, like a short trip, it works fine. And then sometimes the engine light's on, sometimes the engine light's off. And then I get home and when I let it sit overnight, that next time I go to turn it on, it won't turn over. Or if it turns over, the engine light's on or vice versa. So that's basically been the issue. I've been in contact with Moto Corsa. So basically they finally came and picked up my bike yesterday and they have it now. So that's why there's no bike in my garage. As you can probably see behind me, there's no bike. So I don't have it right now, and I apologize for it because, like I said, my plan was to have a lot more content by now, but that's just how life is, man. Things happen, you know. It's nothing's perfect, and I am not gonna sit here and make some video bashing Ducati about the bike, and because for those of you who don't know, they already have about 4 recalls for the V4. I'm not sure if that's just for the S and the standard, if it's for the Speciality 2, I don't know. I just know there's recalls. I had the list of them. There's 4. When I had it in the shop last week, they took care of 1 of them. They're waiting on the parts for the other 3 to do those. I know one's gas, something to do with something in the gas can, so it leaks gas. So I guess a few V4s caught on fire because something in the gas tank in the bottom, something that they didn't seal up or put in properly, it has a leaking gas, and a few have caught on fire. Like I said, I don't know much about it, so I'm not gonna speak on it. All I know is that mine is in the shop. I'm assuming hopefully they're gonna also work on those recalls while it's there, and also finish up the mods I had on my bike that I've already paid for. So the Rizoma reservoirs I paid for when I originally got the bike, they've been waiting on the mounts for those because Ducati, as y'all might not know, they changed their facility where all their parts are located overseas. So that's finally been done. So there's been a lot of back ordering and parts haven't been on time because of that. So hopefully that can get here enough time so that way when they finish my bike, those will be on there too, and most of my mods will finally be done on my bike. So my bike was back. I rode on it some, but for the uncertainty of knowing if it would start, not start, being caught somewhere, every time I went to go vlog or make a video about me on the bike and vlogging, it wouldn't start. And so then it just turned into just trying to get to the point of making sure it will at least ride. That's kind of what's been going on. So I want to be transparent with y'all about this whole process. Again, I'm extremely sorry. Like I said, as soon as the bike's back, I plan on making content. I have content right now if I had a motorcycle to ride, but I don't, right? So I'm trying to think. So other than that, guys, my other plan, like I said, is when I get it back to make videos, I plan on going to Cars and Coffee here in Oregon, you know, show off the bike, meet more bikers, meet people with cars, just enthusiasts about, you know, things that go fast, you know, whether it's cars, bikes, scooters, I don't care, you know. I've always wanted to be a part of stuff like that, and it's cool to potentially be able to ride my bike to these places, you know, have some recording, pull out a gimbal, all that kind of stuff. Now I still gotta figure out how I'm gonna get the gimbal and all that stuff to Cars and Coffee to then record it, because obviously on a bike it's gonna be a little challenging because it won't fit all in a backpack. So we'll see. So that's kind of my plan, guys, going forward for this summer. I don't think I'm gonna be without a bike forever, but you know, I'm sure some people in the comments are gonna be like, oh, Ducatis have their problems. Guys, everything has its problems. So nothing on this planet is perfect. I don't care what it is. You know, no relationship, no human being, no person, no item, no materialistic thing. And the reason why, like I said, I've watched people have problems with their things that they've bought in their purchase and get on these channels and they rant and rave about, you know, how terrible the company is or how terrible the bike is or blah, blah, blah. I'm like, for me, guys, like I keep saying over and over again, I have accomplished a dream. And I cannot forget the fact that just 2 months ago, I thought, like I said, I had pictures on my background of my desktop of me, you know, of me playing video games, of me having this bike. Oh, sorry, a picture as a desktop background. That wasn't mine. A dream of one day me being able to ride on this bike, thinking that, but just being honest, that there's no way I'm gonna have this bike. And then now that picture on my desktop is my own personal bike. You see what I'm saying? So yes, I'm blah. Yes, it's upsetting to an extent. Like it's disappointing in the sense of like, I want more content for y'all so y'all can experience this with me. That part sucks because this whole channel, this whole endeavor is for us both. It's for me to experience it and then share that with y'all. So that's upsetting. But am I upset for the fact of my bike's in the shop because it's broken down or there's some issues with it? No, not really. Because like I said, I am very grateful for this opportunity to be able to be in front of a camera, to be able to vlog and do gaming stuff and drone stuff and all of that with y'all and, you know, go through the whole experience. And a little setback of a bike isn't gonna stop me, guys. Like I said, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm mature. Maybe because I'm 30 years old now. I don't know what it is, you know. But God's put me in a place where I'm very grateful for the things that I've accomplished and the things that I have. And I'd be doing a disservice if I spent this entire video bashing Ducati about, you know, the malfunctions they're having with their bike. Yes, other companies might have less. Other companies might have more. But just because they have defects or just because a company has its flaws doesn't mean, you know, it doesn't mean, you know, they're terrible as a company or, you know, oh, Ducati. Like, I purchased the warranty. You know, I purchased the Ducati maintenance insurance or whatever. So it's covered. That's also why I'm not complaining. I did my due diligence, right? I purchased the warranty for that factor. Was it pricey up front? Yeah. But for reasons like this, there's no cost to me. I didn't break it. I didn't break the bike, so it's no cost to me. So, you know, yeah, I without a bike for a few days or a week or so or whatever, but like I said, it doesn't cost me anything, you know? And hey, if Ducati is watching this, you know, I won't be one of those guys, not on my channel. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'll leave it to someone else who has a V4 to, you know, when they have issues to bash the brand or whatever else, but that just won't be me. You know, I'm too grateful for this opportunity to spend it, you know, looking at all of the negativity, because there's negativity about a whole bunch of things on, you know, in this world and of this world. So I'm not going to do it. But anyway, guys, I'm not going to continue to rant and rave on about all of this. I just want you to know, when I get the bike back, my plan is to make a video about all the parts I've put on it now. Like I said, for those of you who don't follow me on social media, the bike is back. The exhaust has been ceramic coated now, so my entire undertail is now black. I have the tail tidy from Competition Works. The exhaust that they did on my bike is being produced now. Once that is finished, I will have it on my bike. There is a video gap in between this of me driving down to Competition Works, because they are south of Eugene here in Oregon. I drove down there, I recorded it all. I recorded the shop, I recorded the dyno, I recorded them riding the bike and hearing the sound. That's all been recorded, guys. I just haven't been able to post it yet because they're still in pre-production. So they don't want me to reveal to y'all what the exhaust looks like until they're at a place to like sell it and show it off. Does that make sense? So once they're in that spot, the video's already done. I've already done the editing. It's just ready to be uploaded. So it's just sitting on my computer in a file. So once he says, Thomas, we're good to go, I'll press it. It'll be up there. Like I said, it's going to come a backtrack because obviously I already had the bike back. But yeah, I'll post that video. But as for you who know, on my social media pages, there is no picture of the new exhaust because it's not on there, right? So once they're done with making the mold, that's the mold or kind of like the prototype. Once they have it in full production mode, he'll call me up again. He'll come up, get my bike, we'll bring it back down, put it on the dyno, put the exhaust on there, and then it's mine. Just like that. The fender kit's already on there now. The tail tidy, as some people call it, tail tidy, fender kit, whatever. So basically, that whole black back plastic end is now gone. It looks much more streamlined. And sexy. Again, the pictures are on my social media. Again, it's from an angle. I won't be up close on the tail tidy until, again, they're ready. But it's on there. So that's all I got, guys. So I just hope that, you know, y'all understand this place that I'm in with my channel and with the bike, that I sincerely want to make content and I am going to make content, and there's just been some setbacks, right? That, like I said, I've tried my best for it to not be, but there are. All right, guys. So with that being said, thank you for Cooling with Jay. Please remember to comment, you know what I'm saying? So since we're at this place with my channel, let's just do something a little different. Tell me what your dream vehicle is, right? In the comments down below. If you have it, tell me what it is. And dream vehicle can be obviously anything. It can be a bike, can be a car, whatever. And we'll do two, okay? We'll do, what is your reasonable dream car or vehicle, and what is the dream? Like, I'll give you my example. You know, if I won the lottery or something with $100 million, I would like to have probably my dream would be the Koenigsegg 1-to-1 or F1 car, like a street legal F1 car. And then my reasonable daily driver car would be the Audi RS4, not the Avant, but the sedan if they had it here in the US. So those are my 2 cars. So yeah, down below list your 2, you know, if I won the lottery car and just your daily reasonable kind of car. Let's keep it under 100K, okay? So yeah, guys, with that being said, I hope you have a great weekend. Thank you for cooling with Jay. Have a blessed one, and I will see y'all later.